Obviously, tensions and emotions are high right now, so I'm going to be as respectful as possible while doing some real investigative analysis. Watch this video of a black citizen of Minneapolis tell a white protester to calm down and stop causing chaos.
Time did we say to y'all not to speak how you feel and say what you want to say? That's not what we said. We encourage that. But one, we gonna keep our social distance, and we're not gonna allow somebody in the crowd to throw some bullshit and then we feel the bulk of that. We're not allowing that no more, okay? That's the reality of what we're dealing with right now, all right? Like I said to all my white brothers and sisters, we appreciate y'all being out here and supporting us. But this is not y'all space. This is not your space, period. We don't need this bullshit right here. Because what our reality is, when this shit is all said and done, when we wake up, we still gonna be black in America. In the same community. Now that's not nothing against none of y'all. That's not what this is. That's not what I'm saying. But we're not gonna allow y'all to go up there and start causing chaos and confusion. It's just not gonna happen.
Interestingly enough, the Minneapolis police chief says many people involved in the rioting and looting are not from the city. I can't speak for all people. I'm sure some of it is spontaneous and organic, but what's the deal with this masked umbrella guy smashing the windows at the AutoZone?
That's why I'm doing this to you guys. What the? I ain't got part of that shit. Dude. Oh, I zoomed in. I'll zoom out a little bit. Those cops will come for you if you're pulling that crap. No, that's not. That's garbage. You're pulling that shit. No. Oh, god damn it.
If you follow up on this clip, the weird part is the protesters don't even seem to know who he is and actually chase him down to complain about what he did and almost gets in a fight with him.
Looks like, yeah. So as you can see, the AutoZone.
Guy just came with a hammer and smashed the windows.
I'm gonna fight you right now. You wanna go? What's up? Somebody hold my blunt. Hey, somebody hold my blunt. I'm gonna keep it up. Hey. Are you a cop? What's up?
To make this story even crazier, it's reported that George Floyd and the police officer who murdered him worked at the same nightclub called El Nuevo Rodeo Club. Chauvin was our off-duty police for almost the entirety of the 17 years that we were open, Santa Maria said, who was the ex-club owner, I believe. And obviously when things are so new, we're gathering information as the days go by. I can't confirm this, but apparently City Council VP Andrea Jenkins seemed to think that both of them worked there for 17 years together and definitely knew each other.
You know, I think it's really interesting that right across the street from where Allie is standing is a restaurant called El Nuevo Rodeo. George Floyd worked at that restaurant. So did Officer Chauvin. They were both bouncers at that restaurant for 17 years. So Officer Chauvin, he knew George. They were co-workers for a very long time.
So multiple things. First of all, what the heck is going on? Obviously, there's a bunch of pain, anger, outrage, and chaos. But the more you look into this situation, the sketchier and sketchier it gets, like the stuff I showed. And obviously I like compassion, sympathy, and empathy, and people saying real stuff. But when something like this happens, every opportunist, phony celebrity, and corporate-backed activist just comes in to pour fuel on the fire with no real direction. You might not like believing that every liberal celebrity and activist doesn't have your best intentions at heart, but this isn't a new concept. Malcolm X talked about it years ago. Check it out.
Today, you could point to a large number of Negro leaders who have consistently betrayed Negroes in a whole host of areas.
They aren't really Negro leaders. These are puppets that have been put in front of the Negro community by white liberals. These are parrots that have been put in front of the Negro community by white liberals. You can't name me a Negro leader who has been betrayed Negroes, who has not been endorsed, sanctioned, subsidized, and supported by the white liberals.
And to be honest, the more I listened to him speak about phony puppets in every community, he didn't hold back. He talked about Jewish, white, black, conservative, liberal. The guy was on point, and I'm guessing that's why we don't learn that much about him in history class, and I'm going to do a whole video explaining more about him later this week.
I want to be clear in how I characterize this. This is mostly a protest. It is not generally speaking unruly, but fires have been started, and there's a crowd that.
But these same celebrities and these same athletes who just push degeneracy, any sort of unhealthy product and lifestyle, onto their own people with the highest corporate bidder, all of a sudden they come out of the shadows twice a year. And obviously I have compassion and sympathy when somebody wrongly gets murdered. And honestly, I care about a lot, and we talk about a lot here on my channel every day. But at a certain point, we have to talk about multiple things. First of all, who's doing what in Minneapolis around the country? Is this organic? Is this spontaneous? Or is this much more nefarious? And second, what's a good strategy going forward to really help people out the best? Because if you take the wrong move, life could get a lot worse. You can see the National Guard coming into Minneapolis now. A martial law type situation might be our worst nightmare. Let me know what you think though in the comments. And as for the looting and such that's going on, I personally watched our government and our country, in my perspective, loot our entire country for 3 months. With crazy $6 trillion loans, government forced shutdown of businesses for 3 months, and just the craziest lockdown quarantine situation that I've ever seen in modern US history. So I think I would be hypocritical or unfair to just point the finger at some people doing it and not the higher level people who do it every single day, which is what I've been doing the past 4 months, but unfortunately not many people have. And on that note, ABC found that all 21 states that overturned restrictions had no major increase in deaths, hospitalizations, or positive testers. This is massive news. You're witnessing a 3-month shutdown, which has tanked small businesses and American freedom unlike anything I've seen in the modern era. And the news that there's no correlation between shutdown extension and stopping of deaths, hospitalizations, or positive testers should at some point break the news cycle so people know that eventually, if not now, it's okay to go back to normal, or at least not what it is right now, but I'm sure that news won't make the forefront anytime soon. God bless you, God bless your family, God bless America, God bless the world, God bless George Floyd, and God bless all the people who have been wronged by injustice anywhere in the world or in the country that never make it to the media cycle. Hopefully this was an interesting and respectful angle that you can appreciate on the situation that isn't just virtue signaling or being hypocritical. Let me know your thoughts. Have a beautiful day, and I'll be back with more videos.